Hey everyone! I just made a tray of 48 baklava rolls and I'm taking it to my friend's house for a tea party. It looks super cute when I put them on small muffin cases and wrap them up. Baklavas are super tasty, crispy phyllo dessert with crunchy syrup filling inside. They come in different shapes but mostly squares. But today we are making baklava rolls, and these rolls are not that difficult to make. And here in my recipe video, I'll be sharing with you the tips and tricks to make them super quality and delicious and easily. Let's get started. In a pan, I'm taking 1.5 cups of sugar, and to that, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of water. And now we are going to add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, or you can just cut one good sized lemon, squeeze the juice out of it, and put it there. Now I give it a little stir and let it come to a boil, which takes a few minutes. After it comes to a boil, you need to turn the heat to low and let it simmer for around 10 minutes. Once it's done, after 10 minutes, just remove it from the heat and let it cool down completely. Now that sugar syrup is ready, let's move on to see the filling. These baklava rolls are usually made with pistachios. Please choose good quality ones. Here I have 2 cups of pistachios, but you can use any nut actually. It doesn't have to be limited with pistachios. To that, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Now I'm going to use a food processor to grind them. You can use a grinder, a mixer, a blender jug, anything that you have. I'm going to put only nuts now. And what you want to do is grind it to a coarse powder, which doesn't take long, maybe around 30 seconds or something like that, depending on the strength of your blender or mixer. Our nut grinding is not completely done, but what I want to do is show you what texture I have got. And now I want to remove 1.5 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons from here. And the reason is these are pure green because I haven't used any powdered sugar yet. So I'm going to leave it aside and put powdered sugar on the rest of the nut. And now you want to grind it for another 5 to 10 seconds and then our filling will be done. Okay, now let's move it to a bowl, and the tablespoon of nut that we have kept aside is just for decoration. So this is quite a lot of nut, but I'm making a lot of baklavas today. Okay, now opening my sheets, which always raises my heartbeat because baklava sheets are so delicate, they break so easily. I'm using large ones today because my tray is large and I want to make baklava rolls for which you usually need the larger ones. You must always cover them with a damp cloth. Now, this is melted butter. I have 400 grams of melted butter here. All you do is melt them in the stove or microwave. So everything is ready now, but what I like to do is use this type of a tube to pour my melted butter. So I'm gonna fill it up, and then it has a nozzle which has a brush on the top. So it just makes things easier for me. If you don't have something like this, just use a normal brush, a silicone or a paintbrush, anything will do. Now you want to prepare your baking tray. What you want to do is just put some melted butter on the bottom and on the sides. And this is crucial, just butter it and then set it aside. Time to make our baklavas. So I have taken one sheet of philo pastry, which you can easily get from supermarkets, and I'm putting melted butter on it. Now you want to make sure that you put melted butter on every corner of it. It's quite crucial. Once you are done with that, just spread the broken nut and sugar mixture, and it's good if you are generous about it because it needs a lot of nut. Now you need a rolling pin like that. First, you want to fold the top part to an inch or half an inch. Then you put your roll inside and then just keep rolling it just the way I'm showing it on the video. It's easy, and once you make few of them, you'll get used to it. Let's set it aside, and now I'm taking my second sheet and I'm gonna repeat the same thing, brushing it with melted butter all over it, but this time we are not going to put any nut. All we are doing is putting butter all over and then put the first roll here and then keep rolling like this. I love this part. I mean, this is tiring, but this is fun at the same time because each roll will give me six baklavas. So once I'm done with one roll, I know that I'll get six baklavas out of it. Now you want to press and make that crinkly shape. So all you want to do is press it to give that crinkly shape and then take it out from your rolling pin. So our first roll is done. And now I'm putting it on my tray. So it all depends on what's the size of your tray. Now you want to repeat it with the rest of your sheets. So just the same thing, put melted butter and nut on the first one, roll it, and then put just butter on the second one, and then roll it with the other one. Anyways, maybe I'm sounding boring and repetitive. Once you're done with all of them, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, and then you want to butter the top and side of the baklavas. But before that, we need to cut them. As I said, it will depend on your baking tray, how long they will be. On this size of tray, I do six cuts. So that's my first cut, and I'm just gonna repeat it until I do six cuts, which is the size of the baklavas I want. I can do a little bit big or small, it depends on you. Now generously apply some melted butter on top and on the sides. This will prevent these baklavas from getting dry in the oven. And I also put some on the cuts because they can also get dry. After you have put generous amount of melted butter, put them in the oven and they take something from 45 minutes to 50 minutes to bake depending on your oven. These are done now and I can't wait to have them. But first, you want to put the syrup that you prepared earlier. The syrup will be cold and there will be splattering sound, which I just love. So put almost all the syrup on them and try to put them on lines on top and just any way you like. Just make sure they're all drenched in syrup. Finally, I'm garnishing them with some pistachios that I saved earlier. And this is my final baklava. I tried to make an easy video of doing it. Let me know how you liked it. And please, if you like the video, put a thumbs up. That will cheer me up. Bye.